Hey guys, it's Zodiac. So, in this video, I'll be giving you some, basic advice on how to start making some good Lost Battlefield teams. So, let's just go ahead and reset these so I have all the heroes available, and I can just start from scratch. So, you want to know, you definitely want a Warden. Not using a Warden is just senseless. Wardens are extremely powerful, especially the Oracle. He gives, all the heals and irremovable silence. The silence that he gives can't be removed by, Walla Walla, Rudolph, whatever removes buffs. So, the Oracle is very good, but anyways, you want to use a Warden in every team, no matter what. So, you definitely want a tank on every team. Like, a lot of people just put, 3 heroes up front, 2 heroes in the second row, and that's not always the best way to do it. So let's just say it doesn't have a Warden, so let's see, we have get another one of those there, so that's a Warden. So a lot of people just have 3 and 2, and that's very rarely the best way a team can be set up. So let's just say these are the heroes in the team. Obviously, free-to-play aren't going to have the Minotaur, but just an example. So in this team, Dreadrake would be a great tank. So you want him taking in all the damage. And since Trickster Tree has range, quite a bit of range, you probably want her in the back. So, and since, Minotaur is, doesn't have any range, you want to get him closer to the target faster. And that has the Warden, so it's a very good start. So you also want to know, like hero combinations. Some good hero combinations are, let's say I have a Boogeyman. And Boogeyman does a lot of damage. You probably want a very high damage talent on him. I use Unholy Pact and Revitalize. So he's very good with buffers. Walla buffs damage, Mike, even PD. PD can be good depending on how high you are. If you're, mid player, probably PD is just going to die. In most cases, if you're lower, PD is probably a good choice because he can probably survive to get a couple progs off. So, and in that team, I had Boogeyman in the front. You probably do not want Boogeyman in the front. He's not meant to tank. He is a sniper, 100%. Maybe you want an Anubis in the front. Some good tanks, if you don't know, are, underrated Rowdy. Rowdy's a great tank. He has a lot of health, deflects 80% damage for 5 seconds. Very underrated. I use him in my Lost Battlefield. He is amazing. So, Ashura, pretty underrated also. He's a great tank. Deflects 50% damage. Has a lot of health. For smaller accounts, probably Skull Knight will be used a lot as a tank. He's very tanky, has a damage cap. You can even use Dove. Even though she's a damage dealer, she's also a great tank with the damage cap. Especially if you maybe have a Bulwark on her, gives her even more life, or a survival talent, or a life drain. Any of those are great for her to tank. So you want to know your tanks. Sasquatch, obviously Lavonica, but we're going to try to exclude very pay-to-play heroes in this video. Even Michael with his Archangel and Rockno, he's constantly healing, reducing energy. So let's just build a team real quick, and let's just pick some random heroes. Tessa, Phantom King. Let's say you have a Valentina, and right here. So let's say you have this team to start, and you want to pick a 5th hero. So obviously you have a Oracle, an Oracle, and an Oracle. So you already have 3 Oracle. So you can pick any other Warden that you want. Since you already have 3 of these, it doesn't matter which one you pick, you'll still have that one. So if you pick a Saint, you'll have him. If you pick a Brawler, you'll have him. If you pick a Oracle, you'll have him. And Oracle is very, very strong. I realize that a lot of people don't have heroes that are leveled up in the Oracle because a lot of them are either just pretty bad or very rare, very hard to get. So it's sometimes very hard for lower accounts to use the Oracle, but he is definitely very strong. So in this team, you probably want Mectessa tanking, probably want Gunslinger sort of semi-tank. She reduces damage by a lot, and you want probably him right there to get up close real fast, and Valentina in the back to give them energy and just, you know, a little bit. So let's say you have this team and you want to add a 5th hero. So maybe you want to add, I don't know, you can add any hero you want because you already have the Oracle. So maybe you have a Ronin. Ronin would be good. You can put him in the front since he doesn't need to do anything because he's invisible. He can't take any damage at the start. So there's one team. Let's say you have that. Alright, so the next, let's say you make another team. So you have, I don't know, Professor Ribbit. A lot of people say she's really bad, and she is in, you know, top ranks, but for lower level players, Professor Ribbit really is not that bad. She does a lot of area damage. If her frog doesn't die, she's gonna not take any damage, and she's a pretty good tank. So for lower level players, Professor Ribbit, probably a good tank to use. Let's say you have a Harpy Queen, be an Orcsbane. I'm just using pretty bad heroes. Maybe I'll use a little bit better ones. Like, a Golem is really good. Golem's pretty underrated, I've noticed. But his damage reduction, along with his heals, are just amazing. So, if you have any questions when you know which heroes are good or not, like, let's say you don't know if Vlad's good. I mean, Vlad's decent in most situations for lower accounts. Obviously not higher accounts, mid accounts. Probably not going to use Vlad. But the area damage and the stun he gives are pretty good in the lower levels. So who do we have here? So in this team we have a brawler, a saint, and an oracle. So if you use a saint or an oracle hero in this team, you're not gonna have a warden. So you don't want to use either of those. You need a warden. So in this team you would want to use another brawler hero. So I don't know, let's say you have Rockno. So Rockno's a tank. You want him up front. You know. Sorry about that. Alright. So yeah, you don't really want Golem taking in a lot of damage. Even though he does have a lot of health, you don't want your healers taking in a lot of damage. That's why I put Orcsbane right there. Orcsbane's a little tankier. Not really tankier, but you can probably sacrifice Orcsbane rather than Golem. Golem's definitely better than Orcsbane in this situation. Alright, let's make the third team. So we built an Oracle, we built a Brawler, so let's try to build a Saint team. Usually you're gonna want one of each Warden team in the low to mid range. Once you get higher, you're probably gonna want to try to use 2 Oracle teams just because of how powerful he is. Let's say you got lucky, you rolled a Sasquatch. Sasquatch is a very good hero. You should be using him if you have him. Alright, so let's say you got a Spirita. It's going to be a little bit of a better team with some better heroes. Let's say you have... let's say you're using Pumpkin Duke. You probably want him up front. Maybe on the side, actually. So he doesn't take in all the damage. And you probably want a Spirita up there. Her Spirit's pretty tanky. And you want her to start hitting people pretty soon so she can buff the Spirit. And so you have, alright, so you have a saint. So you need one more saint in this team. I could use Rowdy Rascals. Let's just say you have, I don't know, Michael. Michael's a very good hero. So let's say you got lucky and you got a Walla. If you have him, level him up before practically any hero except maybe Pumpkin Duke. I would prioritize Pumpkin Duke then Walla. If you have both of those. And Anubis is also very, very good for every game mode. So, in this team, you have Walla in the back. Usually I want to keep Walla where there's no heroes in front of him, in the front. So see, there's no heroes in the front row in front of Walla. So let's say I put Walla here, I put Pumpkin Duke there. There's no heroes in front of Walla. I don't like to put any heroes in front of my healers. as you can see with Golem in this one. So, and Michael, you could put him in the front if you wanted to, but, or you could even just switch him in PD. Honestly, that'd probably be better in this team. So let's just say those are the teams you make. So basically, what you want to do is you want to find your tanks, you want to find your buffers, you want to put your buffers in the back, tanks in the front. If you have any questions about, you know, which heroes should go where, you can message me online, on the line app, at ninjernoob. It'll be in the description, my line ID. So you want to have your tanks. Obviously Ronin's pretty special, he's invisible, so he's, you know, tank and a damage dealer, whichever one you want to use him for. It sort of just depends on your altar. It's really hard to give, you know, general advice for Lost Battlefield and a lot of game modes, not just Lost Battlefield, but a lot of game modes. It's hard to just give advice worldwide because everybody's altar is different. I mean, you know, like here's my team. So here's, you know, sort of a stun team. I have Rowdy stuns, stun, lava, storm, they all stun. And I have sort of an energy reduction team. These 3 heroes reduce energy with the Persilot on Anubis, reducing regain rate. And this team is sort of like a instant kill team, you know? Just Dove, a lot of damage. Boogie, a lot of damage. The Brawler Warden, buffing all these heroes in the back. Mahama, lots of damage. Michael just buffing everybody. This is a very, you know, hard-hitting team. So you can sort of separate your teams out. You probably want to separate your healers. I used to have a double healer team, but you really only want to use that if you're like really high up. So I hope that this helps some people. I didn't go into much detail in this, so if you want more detail, you should probably just message me online, because as I said, it's really hard to just give general advice for each account. I hope this helped people, and I hope you enjoyed. That's it for this video. Have a good day.